There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show, and this is the Oregon Trail, which speaks for itself, I guess. It's, for those who don't know, it's one of the best-selling and most famous edutainment games ever. And this is the 1990 DOS version. So let's learn about the trail. Try taking a journey by covered wagon across 2,000 miles of plains, rivers and mountains. Try. On the plains, will you slosh your oxen through mud and water-filled ruts, or will you plod through dust 6 inches deep? How will you cross the rivers? If you have money, you might take a ferry, if there is a ferry. Or you can ford the river and hope you and your wagon aren't swallowed alive. What about supplies? Well, if you're low on food, you can hunt. You might get a buffalo. You might. And there are bear in the mountains. At the Dales, you can try navigating the Columbia River. But if running the rapids with a makeshift raft? Oh dear. A makeshift raft. I don't think a rapper would help in the rapids. Makes you queasy, better take the Barlow Road. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, or thieves steal your oxen, or you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Try again and again, until your name is up with the others on the Oregon Top 10. Okay, I can turn the sound on, escape. And there's the team behind this. Let's travel, I guess. Many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon. You may be a banker from Boston, be a carpenter from Ohio, be a farmer from Illinois, or find out the differences between the choices. Let's find out the differences. Traveling to Oregon isn't easy. But if you're a banker, you'll have more money for supplies and services than a carpenter or a farmer. However, the harder you have to try, the more points you deserve. Therefore, the farmer earns the greatest number of points and the banker earns the least. So we're going to be a banker. Okay. What is the first name of the wagon leader? Lonnie. What are the first names of the 4 other members of your party? Okay, let's enter some names. James, Bryn, Adam, and Carl. Are these names correct? Did I just start a multiplayer? I'm not sure. It is 1848. I mean, the graphics suggest it's about that time, yeah. Your jumping off place from Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave Independence. So we don't want to leave it too late. Let's ask for advice. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California-Oregon fever. You are told if you leave too early, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter comes. If you leave just at the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be cool. So, I'm going to leave during May, which is right bang in the middle. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $1,600 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. Hello, I'm Matt. So you're coming to Oregon. I can fix you up what you need. Again, American users, I do apologize for that accent. A team of oxen to pull your wagon. Sorry, not sorry, I'm going to keep doing it. Clothing for both summer and winter. Plenty of food for your trip, ammunition for your rifles, and spare parts for your wagon. Okay, so we have like 1,600, so we have to choose what we want to buy. Let's get some oxen. There are 2 oxen in a yoke. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge you $30 a yoke. Let's have 3 of them then. That sounds good. I like that he's giving us advice here. Let's see. Food. I recommend you take at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. I see that you have 5 people in all. You'll need flour, sugar, bacon, and coffee. My price is 20 cents a pound. So this is where the education element comes in. So it's 20 cents a pound, and we need at least 200 pounds. So let's 200 a pound for each person, so 200 times 5. Mathematics. So 5 times 100 is 500. So if we say 1,000 pounds, that'll come to $200 in food. This is where being the banker helps, because I've got a pile of money. Clothing. You'll need warm clothing in the mountains. I recommend taking at least 2 sets of clothes per person. Each set is $10. So we got 5 people, 2 sets per person at $10. So again, $100 just burnt away like that. I sell ammunition in boxes of 20 bullets. Each box costs $2. And the thing is, I don't know how much ammunition we're going to need. I'll take 5 boxes. Probably not enough. We'll probably have to hunt our own game, but I'm hoping the food will offset that. Spare parts. It's a good idea to have a few spare parts for your wagon. Here are the prices. So, wagon wheel. That's a type of food over here. Very tasty. So, we'll take 4 wagon wheels. Your wagon may only carry 3, okay? How many axles? So, it's 3 is the top. Okay. Total bill, amount you have, space to leave a store. Well then, you're ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. Thanks, man. Independence, May 1st, 1848. The weather's cool, our health is good, the pace is steady, and our rations are filling. So we can continue on the trail, check supplies, look at map, change... You know what? We'll test all these out. So let's check supplies. There's our list of supplies, looking pretty good. Let's look at the map. So we're at Independence. Okay. I see. We can change the pace, change the food ration, stop the rest, attempt to trade. Don't need to trade at the minute. Let's talk to some folk. A trader by the name of Jim tells you, better take extra sets of clothing. Trade 'em to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide at river crossings. Expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated. Okay, Jim, thank you for the information. Let's see if it... Yeah, it gives us more information. A trader, Miles Hendricks, tells you, did you read the Missouri Republican today? Says some folks start for Oregon without carrying spare parts. Not even an extra wagon axle. Must think they grow on trees. Hope they're lucky enough to find an abandoned wagon. Okay, so it's little bits and pieces of info. A town resident tells you, some folks seem to think that 2 oxen are enough to get them to Oregon. 2 oxen can barely move a fully loaded wagon, and if one of them gets sick or dies, you won't be going anywhere. I wouldn't go overland with less than 6. Thank you, strangely British individual. Let's continue on the trail and see what happens. From Independence, it is 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. Okay. So, press enter to size up the situation. Weather hot, health good, pace steady, rations filling. We could go to hunt, but let's just carry on. There's the river. This is going to end miserably. You are now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? Don't see why not. There it is, the Kansas River crossing. Beautiful, majestic America stretches out before us. Spacebar to continue. Yep, let's continue. You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 617 feet across and 3 feet deep in the middle. Oh, if it's only 3 feet deep, we can... so we have options here. Attempt to ford the river, caulk the wagon and float it across, take a ferry across. Well, let's take the ferry across. Because we're the banker and we have money. The ferry operator says that he will charge you $5 and that you'll have to wait 4 days. So we're sacrificing time and money in order to get across the river without a mishap. Okay, we can do that. And as you can see, time has passed and the ferry will take us across. And it's got a nice little depiction of that. Look at us go in isometric perspective. The ferry got your party and wagon safely across. Thank you, Mr. Ferryman. From the Kansas River crossing, it is 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. Okay, let's go. And should we try a bit of hunting? Hunt for food. Oh, right. So, hunting instructions. Enter key to start or stop walking. To point the rifle, novice hunters. Oh, right. So, numeric keys and space. Right. Oh, I missed him. So we can move forward a little bit here. There's random buffalo. Gotcha! I think that's as far as we can move. And he seems to be blocking the way. Right. Okay. Now, can we get another one? So it's a time sensitive thing. From the animals you shot, you got 2 pounds of meat. Sweet. I mean, we wasted a lot of ammunition. Let's see if we can trade. No one wants to trade with you today. Okay. Let's continue then. Looks like there's another river up ahead. You are now at the Big Blue River crossing. Would you like to look around? Let's have a look at Big Blue. There it is. Big Blue in all its majestic glory, with its PC speaker music, and what looks to be a wagon already fording it. Okay, let's continue. You must cross the river in order to continue. 233 feet across, and only, again, 2.8 feet deep in the middle. Yeah, let's... but look at our options. We can attempt to ford it, caulk the wagon, but there's no ferry. So what happens if we caulk the wagon and float it across? Come on, wagon. Don't die on me now. Uh-oh. Oh, no, you had no trouble floating the wagon across. Easy peasy. From the Big Blue River crossing, it is 118 miles to Fort Kearney. Let's go. And we've still got... Adam has exhaustion. Ugh, Adam, come on. Nobody cares that you're exhausted. Why can't you be more like Bryn and Carl? You are now at Fort Kearney. Would you like to look around? Yeah, let's have a look at Fort Kearney. And there's a mounted sheriff of some description looking at us. And some more happy PC speaker music. So, rations are filling, health is fair, weather's still cool. Let's just have a chat to somebody briefly. The game is still plentiful along here, but getting harder to find with so many overlanders. I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot the game for sport, take a small piece and let the rest rot in the sun. Yeah, who would do that? Me. Sorry about that. I don't think we need any more rations. Let's continue on. From Fort Kearney, it is 250 miles to Chimney Rock. Let's go. Find wild fruit. Okay. Hunt for food, change ration. Now let's just continue. And our oxen are pulling us along quite happily. We've reached the end of May, so we're into June. Our health is still good. What's that? Some sort of tree stump? Or TP? The weather is hot. And you know what? There's not much going on, so let's have a look at Chimney Rock. I'm filled with patriotism staring at this rock. Auld Lang Syne is blasting in my ears. I think that's how you say it. Beautiful. So, this is another part of the Edutainment package. It shows you various landmarks and stuff. We'll just continue. 86 miles. We can make it to Laramie. Broken wagon wheel. Would you like to try to repair it? Yes. You were unable to repair the broken wagon wheel. You must replace it with a spare part. That's okay because we have spare parts. Because I'm a banker and I bought everything. You pass a gravesite. Would you like to look closer? Sure. Here lies Voland. Hey, 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 come out and play. Was that somebody else who'd played this and died? Possibly. Let's have a look at Fort Laramie. Hey, bunch of Indians. And a big old fort. Sweet. Let's attempt to trade. You meet another emigrant who wants one set of clothing. She will trade you 61 bullets. Nah, not interested, sorry. I think I've played the bulk of what this game has to offer. What is the Oregon Trail? It's a charming edutainment title, but I think everyone knew that, you know? This PC port is functional and entertaining, and it does the job. I think it was an Apple II game originally, the Oregon Trail. I might be wrong about that. It's a decent conversion. It's fairly playable, fairly enjoyable. I could probably continue playing on if I wanted, but for the sake of brevity, I'll stop here because I'd just be showing you the same sort of things over and over again. The important thing is that none of my family died of cholera, and we only had one broken wheel, and playing as the banker paid off. You could say it paid its dues because it was a banker, right? Anyway, if you like me talking about random DOS games or edutainment titles, I do come across them. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos, and I will continue on the trail. Until next time, partner, let's go. Inadequate grass! This is where it ends. Bad water! Oh no!